Well, good morning and happy Monday, and welcome to Healing the Family with your professional life coach, Chanel. So excited to be with you on this beautiful Monday morning. It's not as cold as it's been, but I'm thankful nonetheless because we're not getting any snow at this moment. So, woo-hoo. Today is the first day of our series, Healing of the Family. For 2025, and I'm excited to begin to excavate that subject a little deeper. It's very important to me. I am a family girl. For those of y'all that know and you see my videos, I'm always posting my babies because that's my life. I love them and they're grown now, but I raised them in a family structure, something that I think is important, but it's something that we all know that's been under attack. And we now have to be able to reach our hand back out and start stirring the pot so we can see how we can get the family structure back in alignment. All right, so let's talk about it. The first thing that I want to say is everything operates off of a system. Your job has a system. Your life has a system. Your home has a system. Your kids, you have a system. Your marriage, everything, even in the world, it all operates off of a system. So it's a repetitive type of rhythm that helps to keep structure in order to be able to do what you need to do, right? And so I want you guys to understand that life has systems. It's repetitive. We're always meeting people and living people. Let's talk about life, right? If you look up the word, what does it mean to have life or to be alive? It means that you were born, you eat, you grow, you can move, and at one point you may leave this earth, right? So it's a system. It's a rhythmic system that as life goes on, we experience all these different things, and even one day we leave this earth. It's part of the system. It's part of the nature of our lives. That's how things happen. So because we have not been looking at things from that point of view, we take things for granted. And I want to say, first of all, because of that definition alone, you should start looking at everything in your life and realize, I need to really be more cognizant of what I'm doing, who I'm talking to, because, everything, you have a time period of the way this system will play out in your life. Now, in the process of life and the systems of life, there are people that I believe that are divinely brought into your life. And we don't think about it as a spiritual principle. I'm not talking about church. I'm talking about divine. There are what I call divine appointments. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe, I'll give you an example. A young girl that I mentor crossed my mind yesterday. Saw her face in front of my face, and I reached over and I grabbed my phone and I called her, and she was like, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Why? Because there's no coincidence. It's divine. And because of the divinity within the structure of our beings and how we connect with people, it keeps us connected to people and in the rotation of life. I hope you guys understood what I just said. All right. And so because we need to look at life and our relationships through a divine scope, we need to now begin to realize every person that comes into our life is either a detractor or they're adding. There'll be a divine connection and divine moment there. But there was something you're supposed to learn. And if you're not in tune, you're going to miss the reason that people are there, and you may keep them around too long. You may need to bring them closer. But if you don't have that divine connection, you're not going to be able to figure out what it is and why a person is around. Okay. So now that we've talked about the systems and we've talked about how it's a spiritual principle to be around people, let's talk about the word relationship. In the word relationship is the word relate, right? I believe that we were made in the image and likeness of God. And so because of that, he was a relational being. He created man to have a different kingdom, and he still relates with us. Okay. So we were created with the desire already in us to want to be nurtured and to be loved and to be held and relate to someone else. Okay. And so our lives are full of relating, whether we're relating with friends or in relationship or parental, there is always going to be the aspect of relating. But I need you to say it. I'm going to say it again, but it's a spiritual principle. It is not wrong to desire a relationship. It is not wrong to want to have friends and hang out. Why? Because it is innately in you. It was inscribed in you to not be alone. It was inscribed to you to want to have people close to you. And because we're not able to process that, we don't appreciate or take advantage of the people that are brought into our lives. So I want you to start looking at, as we, go through the next year, talking about relationships, I need you to start taking stock and everybody that's around you. You need to start asking, like, hey, God, who is this person and why are they here? Who sent them? Y'all better ask. We'll talk about that later. But you need to now start looking at every person in your life and get a label on what they are and why they are there. Are they a friend? Are they an enemy? Are they a frenemy? Do we have divine purpose? Find out why everybody is in your life, because knowing that will help you when you start getting relationships, because now you know who's in your corner and who's not out to get you, because baby, there are those around you as well. And so I want you guys to understand that relationships is a spiritual principle. If the more that you try to avoid it, the more you're going to find out it's a spiritual principle. And I think that's the reason why marriages don't last these days, because all they did was go to a sexual thing and did not get to know the reason that this person was in their lives. So start looking. Look and ask questions. Why are they here? Who are they? What are they bringing to my life? What are they taking away from my life? Are they even good and supposed to be in my life? Because as we build that structure, it's going to be important to know who you need to build with and who you need to pluck out. All right? Because we want to see healthy families. And baby, you believe it or not, there are so many unhealthy people that we allow into our space and our lives. And they are affecting the way you think. They're affecting the way you do things. And they're affecting who is a part of your life. So let's get that off the rip. Do inventory. Find out who's around you. Because in order for us to build healthy families, we need to make sure what you're building on is solid enough to hold it. All right. Well, happy Monday to each and every one of you. I pray that this video gets into your spirit, helps you out, helps you think, so you can start realigning your life. All right. And get ready for a healthy family. All right. Bye.